It's lights out and they are on their way here in Bahrain. Currently, Gibbo is taking the lead with Footy and Coxey, and then Rosa. No change up at the front. Cornish is up in 5th. Now, Coxey moving around the outside does have the benefit the DRS of Footy into turn 4 later on the brakes. Both of them were actually, for that matter.
Gibbo not really making up too much ground on these soft tires, so I think he's on the wrong strat here.
I heard the word chaos and I like it. The McLaren side by side don't want to take each other out. This is the last thing that they want for the McLaren team. A big cut there from Mitch. He may have to give that position back as long as they both make it in the points at the end of the race. Are they going to keep it fair? Try not to hit each other, boys. Mitch and Cody now side by side. And Cody needs to start either getting a move on or not hold Mitch up to close up to Jack up at the front, because he is on the quicker tyre. Looks like Dave did actually get a better exit out of the last corner, but is he going to make the move up the inside? On board now, he is. So Mitch is on the outside, side by side. He will go wide, which means that he will still be on the inside for turn 2. That is a smart play, but a big cut from Mitch, and that is him off.
And Footy's lost it.
Oh, that he has, and I skipped off board with him. That's turn 2. There we go. My predictions were correct. The top 3 have pitted. Gibbo is in, Coxey is in, Cornish is in, and now the soft tires come on for Coxey, Cornish. August is coming round at some point, and Gibbo has gone onto the medium, so Coxey's on the hard tires. I don't think he believes that them softs can go all the way to the end. He's going to make the move. Cornish around the outside into turn 1, gets a little squeeze on the grass. Coxey goes very, very late on the brakes, but Cornish is now on the inside. Turn 2 doesn't make a stick. They're very clean. Goes a little bit of a corner cut, but now it's the switchback again. And Coxey does hold the DRS. Coxey then comes across the line and takes the win. The first win of the Simcade season, with Gibbo picking up P2 and Cornish 1.8 seconds behind Gibbo. So that is Coxey in the Ferrari, Gibbo in the Williams on the podium, Cornish in the Aston Martin. We are here in Imola, and it's lights out and away we go for the second race of the season. It's a great start from August. Cornish gets a good reaction, but it looks like Coxey and Footy. Coxey gets 2 places on the start. Wait and see what happens in towards turn 1. Is it going to be chaos? We will have to wait and see. Footy holding position. Coxey there in P3, as we do have a follower in the chat. Thank you very much for that one. And around Footy goes at the exit. And it's a good job the car was ghosted, because that could have been absolutely disastrous. Looks to make the move. Is he going up the inside of turn number 1? A little bit of squeeze in the corner cut there maybe, but holds his line. Nitro is off turn number 1 as we try and flick down, try and find the other Ferrari. There he is, full safety car. Full safety car is out. Neo is out in towards turn 1. The DRS is now enabled, but it's only on the start finish. Oh, it looked like Mitch went a little bit wide there, and loses a position to the Alpine of August. That's a big off. Mitch is off, and that is the front wing gone. So that looked like he came back to the track. The virtual safety car is now deployed. DRS and the double toes, they go down the start finish straight. There's the move on 1. There's the move on number 2. And here's Gibbo, looks to move to the outside. Does get a little bit more overspeed from the double toe. Side by side in towards turn 1 and turn 2. Gibbo hits the curve. Contact, and he's around. And he is around. He was so close to making it. I think the space was there. Double DRS, but the double toe. And he's also got the speed on to Gibbo. Looks to make the move on the inside. 3 abreast in towards turn 1. This is never going to end up well. And there is the Aston Martin. Cornish has gone round. Gibbo is now retaking the lead. A little bit of collision there.
Well, might have been for him.
AJ's had a spin. And AJ's had the spin. The 17-lap-old medium tyres on the exit of turn. Oh no, AJ's gone again. He's overheated the rear tyres. This is unfortunate for him. He was doing so well. He's got 6 seconds of penalties. August with 3. So at the moment, August is still clear. And there we go. The commentator's curse has come in. 14-lap-old tyres. Unlucky 13. And that is just virtual safety car is now out. But Cody's 4, that's a big hit. That was a very big hit. Just caught the back end of that one. Cody is out.
Jay's had to spin on the softs. Yeah, he's back 13. On the way now.
Well, lap 31 has begun. AJ picks up a 3-second time penalty for exceeding track limits, but he has made the overtake on Jack. But saying that one, it looked like Jack went Spinella in unlucky 13, victim number 13. So 3 more corners to go for Cornish. That's turn number 17.
Gibbo's right on the back of Corey, sorry.
This is turn number 18. We'll come back to that one in a minute because Gibbo does have the penalty. And here he is, 19. And across the line, August comes to win the Imola Grand Prix in pretty much leading the race, bar the pit stops as Cornish rounds it in P2. We've got a little bit further back. Is Gibbo going to make the move on the line? No, he doesn't. So Corey sits himself up into the podium, up 4 places. A brilliant drive from Corey considering he hasn't actually practiced on this track at all. And Footy is the wrong way round on the last corner, but can he get across the line? Can he limp across the line? I'm sure it's within regulations. His car still moves. Footy, Gio just gets around him. Well, Footy with the penalties would have probably been dropped down from there. And he did do a 3-stop strategy that goes with it. Tom now across the line in P8. Mitch with 0 penalties. Could he actually gain a place or 2 from this one? The last corner, turn number 19 across the line. No, he doesn't, as the rest of the cars foul around, as AJ does take away the final place on the grid from WS Jack. So AJ does get that point. But here come the lights again. There's 4, there's 5. They pause for effect. It's lights out, and they are away for the second time here in Azerbaijan. It is a good start from Cornish. Coxey's responding and gets a little bit out of shape, and there's a love tap there from Footy on to the front of on the Cornish. That's unfortunate, and that looked like Mikey was straight into the wall there. So all kicking off once again. King Wolf in the pits, Cornish in the pits. I'm guessing the safety car would have come out for Dave, and I think from looking at when the yellow did come out, the man's unique. Another safety car. So Cornish and Mantis, they should stay out for sure. The tyres are fresh. Has the car been cleared? Nope, there is King Wolf. And there he is, the first victim of the Leclerc. And that was planted exactly how it would be. And he looks like he's pushing Corey along. Definitely had to lift going through that one. Corey looks like he's got a bit of a high downforce setup. You could just see some more of the overspeed. Corey now tucks in. And there he is. There's the overspeed. 199 miles an hour. There's 200. A little bit of the ERS overtake. Oh, apologise. He doesn't get the DRS because it's not activated yet. I was 1 lap ahead of myself. Makes the move on the inside. Nice and clean. But the DRS chain's coming. There's the move from Cody. He looks like he's going around the outside. It looks like he's got plenty of pace. But saying that, when he's pulled out of the slipstream, he does get the DRS, but he's struggling to pass. And that is a near miss there from Cornish. Tried to squeeze up the outside or the inside. And that could have nearly ended in absolute disaster. The DRS is so powerful around this track. And a little bit of kick of the battery. Looks to move on the inside. No defensive play there from Cornish. Is he going to come back for him? No, he doesn't. Footy, then setting the fastest time of the race, are going to have a massive benefit. There's the move on AJ. So the Williams now makes it in towards turn 1. Do they keep it clean? Plenty of space. Yeah, Cornish is he's closed the gap 3 seconds on Corey, and Corey missed the opportunity to pit. So I saw something in the background there.
Crashed.
That was Rob, who is out, and the full safety car. So this is perfect for Corey. Corey is pitted. There we go. So Corey is pitted for the softs. Cornish is pitted as well. Footy now retakes the lead. The 2 runners, it's almost as if they can hear my voice on the stream. And he's gone. Footy decides to go very, very late. And it looks like Mantis got caught off guard. AJ gets a great run through. He's going to make the move on the brakes on the inside. He doesn't quite get alongside enough, but does compromise and leaves him vulnerable to Corey up at the back. Is there going to be any moves down into turn 2? Looks like Cornish is doing that one. He's got sneaks up the inside, turn 2, and now he is side by side. Looks like by Corey as he goes very defensive there as we try and get a good angle of this. There he is, and just about gets a Gibbo very late on the brakes, and horrendous and tremendous, should I say, dive bomb in towards turn 3. Gibbo now up into 5th. Corey losing out 3 places. Cousin Cornish on AJ side by side. Are they both using their battery? Yes, they are. So it must have been a better exit. This is all down to downforce at the moment. 1 mile an hour in it. A little bit ahead. AJ going later on the brakes. Hold side by side. The space was left there. So that was a brave move. But AJ's been compromised now. Cousin Cornish, the original Cornish, up the inside. Left in the space, and that's him in the wall. So AJ losing out massively there, and now Gibbo's gone past. Now as AJ got wing damage. Original Cornish has definitely closed the gap on Footy, so Footy must have had a really bad exit, but we know they've both got the pace. The DRS is open. There it is. It's going to be a straightforward overtake. He's not even using his battery. Footy is using his battery to try and close the gap a little bit more, and that's a straightforward pass with new race leader of Original Cornish in towards turn 1, and I think Footy may have just burned out his rear tyres as we go into the final lap of the race. Footy in pursuit, but it won't be enough, and Cornish wins this third round. Footy in P2, Cornish in P3, and Corey did sneak in that 3-second window after Gibbo's penalty and brings him up into P4. And the man, the myth, the legend himself, oh, Mikey's in the points, picking up the final points for the Ferrari in P10 after what I can only describe as an overtake, which I saw it, and rightfully so, he should get the drive of the day. And it's a lights out and away we go here at Silverstone with Mikey getting a drive-through penalty for a jump start, but that's fine. And it looked like Barenko was caught napping in towards turn 1, but no, he doesn't. He gets the inside line. They're still side by side up with the front runners, and it looks like Footy's holding that one late in the break. Barenko goes on the inside in that Ferrari. He keeps it in place, but looking at the back, Cornish is sneaking up in that Aston Martin now, almost 3 wide going in towards turn number 4, and these two are not giving up. Almost a little bit of collision between the front runners, but Footy loses out to Barenko. Now side by side, this is exactly a Lewis and Max situation, but King Wolf is ahead and they're going in towards Stowe. They both decide to lift, keeping it clean. They're still side by side as they go towards Maggotts and Beckett's. Is there a little bit of contact there, wheel to wheel? They are so close to hitting each other through this section as King Wolf edges ahead. Oh, there's a little bit of contact there maybe between the two of them. More and more. Here's Barenko looking to go the outside. Now gets the inside of Village. Can he make it stick? Takes the inside line. Swings around to the outside, but now the Cornish has got the inside line. The switchback is there. And it looks like he may have it as a side by side now going in towards Aintree, and that's the move made. He picks up the DRS as well, so this is going to help him massively down the straight as Footy gets a toe off Cornish. Looks to move the inside of Brooklands, but it doesn't happen. But he does have the DRS, and Footy is much later on them brakes. He's feeling confident.
Yeah, whether that will be whether that will matter later on in the race, we'll have to see. Silverstone is a very tricky circuit, isn't it? You make one mistake and
is. But now out of Chapel, the wing is open. 13 kilometers an hour extra speed, no more than likely using deployment. There's the move up the inside. It's going to be close in towards Stowe, side by side in towards Stowe. What's going to happen? They keep it clean all the way through, and that is Cornish back in the lead. So Cornish has a tendency to break early into Beckett, and there's a move that is zero overtake. A zero overtake pass. Cornish can't really respond to that one. Down towards Stowe. Who's going to yield first? We're going to have to wait and see. They are still holding their own. Is the squeeze going to get given? No, they give each other plenty of space. This is incredible racing from the two of them. Now side by side in towards Maggotts and Beckett's, and Footy tucks in behind. Thinks better than to go side by side there. That is bold and brave. So these two are still going hard at it. Barenko now back up into P3. Cornish in at the Aston Martin, going for the inside line. Keeps it tight. These two are going to be fighting in this race until the end of the Grand Prix. But they need to keep an eye on their telemetry because Barenko is catching them. And these two still have to make a pit stop. And you're looking at an on-track loss of about 28 to 30 seconds. A little dabble of the overtake, and that's all he needs. And these two have exchanged places one more time in towards Stowe. I was going to say DRS open, looks to go the outside of Stowe, side by side in towards Stowe. They keep it clean, but pretty much Barenko does have a switchback line down in towards Vale. What is going to happen here? Footy much later on the brakes. Nothing he can do. A little bit of a tap on the back there. Throws Barenko out. This is holding Cornish up. Cornish is right in the gearbox. We're going to have to wait and see what goes on at the back. Side by side in towards Stowe. They want to watch, keep an eye on their wheels. They are nudging each other. Cornish inches ahead. It's difficult to follow. difficult to faster back to Beckett's, but Barenko is using the double toe and the DRS to keep within the contending role as Putty now loses out to Cornish. Footy's around! Footy's going around!
Oh!
So Footy losing it in club corner, the same place that we lost to AJ in qualifying. Your current season leader, he rounds the final few corners, brings it after club into the Hamilton straight, weaves across the line, and Cornish wins the Grand Prix of Britain, i.e. Silverstone. Barenko crosses the line into P2, and Footy, unfortunately for him, and a little incident up in club. And it's lights out and away they go here in Spa. It's a good start from Gibbo on the top side. It's a great start, in fact. They're side by side in towards the... No, I forgot the name. That's Contact. I completely forgot the name of the corner. That's Contact. And that is August the wrong way round. And it was Lacan was the word I was thinking about. Into Eau Rouge and Radion. Are they going to stick with it? No. But he tucks in behind Barenko. That looks like that's Barenko gone in Eau Rouge, and that is a retirement. I'm more than sure that that will also be a safety car as Curator almost goes off as well. Well, coming up towards Eau Rouge side by side, Footy and Cody. No, he tucks in single file, and Cody goes very wide. Manages to hold it. We got enough at the back. That is another one. That is the Haas of Neo Nitro. Oh, we got Gibbo. Cutters sideways. Cutters is gone. The little bit of the inside curve down Puyon, and that is what he does, but he held it again, and he's still on track. Footy now up into P3, Cornish in P4 on top tires. We've got another mover. Now the McLaren off. Mitch has gone off in the background. The detection point is already gone. As Jack gets a big wobble, is now sideways, keeps out the wall up by Rouge, but Mantis still gets the DRS. There it is, the flap at the back. Gives you an extra 13 kilometers an hour, give or take, especially in this configuration. So Cornish Mantis now up into 5th, and Jack managing to do well to keep that car out the wall up Eau Rouge. It claimed the victim, but it didn't finish him off. Looks like he is down at curb Paul Frere, and he's heating up his rears and takes his wing out. So Craig, what are you doing, mush? Now, saying that one through Blanchemont, side by side in towards the bus stop chicane. Later on the brakes, he is in that Aston Martin. Cornish now takes the lead of the Grand Prix. Gibbo looking for the switchback line in the Williams, and Cornish does pick up the DRS. Footy is closing the gap a little bit more while these two find up ahead. Is it going to be a move on the inside of La Source? No, he doesn't. Gibbo is staying behind him, and it is now a race to the end of the Camel Straight into Lacan, but Gibbo will have the benefit of the toe and the DRS, and what Cornish can only try and defend from him using his battery to deploy. And I'm struggling to catch my breath, and my voice is definitely going, but look at that overpower. Look at that overspeed that he's getting. There's nothing that Cornish can do. He's just going to sit behind, wait, charge his battery, and re-attack probably the next lap, as long as he can keep them tires in the optimal window. Mediums, and you can just see how late you can brake. That's another bit of contact there as AJ is getting his elbows out. It was wheel to wheel, that was side by side in towards the calm. Cornish is going to have to reset, but he gets a 3-second time penalty again. But look behind, you can just see Gibbo closing the gap, but them soft tires, you can just brake so much later, so much traction on the exit, side by side in towards No Name. Can Cornish make it happen again? No, he doesn't. AJ is definitely getting his elbows out in towards Puyon. This is one place you don't want to be side by side, and looks like AJ lets him through, but now Cornish goes wide, so could get a penalty for that one. No, AJ is coming back with a little switchback down Puyon. You wouldn't expect that whatsoever, and now another switchback in towards Campus. AJ is holding his own, but look behind. Gibbo and Footy have definitely closed the gap once more in towards now turn 14. AJ ran the outside, a little bit of contact there, nudging the front end, but Cornish sticks it up into now P1, a little bit further back. Footy and Gibbo are now side by side. This is very, very intriguing towards the end of the race. A little bit of wheel-to-wheel contact. Footy now up into 3rd, Gibbo down into 4th, and he is not going to want to give that up. He is fighting these soft runners with every ounce that he has got in that car, with 3 laps left to go.
Yeah, I think AJ really struggling on those medium tires now. The soft's just a little bit too strong.
Absolutely, yeah. Footy's just closing that time more and more. 12-lap old medium tyres versus 5-lap old soft tyres. Technically 3 laps left to go in this Grand Prix. Now the question is, when are the soft tyres about to hit the cliff? As it looks like Footy is now going to make a straightforward DRS pass. AJ maybe with a cheeky little last-minute defence there. But or Footy just desperately wants the inside line now. Footy up into P2. AJ is going to be behind that Williams. Still currently at the moment is net P2. But that switch battle line from Mantis, just the overspeed on the soft tyres, and there was nothing that AJ can do. It just came out of nowhere. As we got a yellow flag up Eau Rouge, and that looks like Jack is the wrong way round.
AJ's around. AJ has lost it.
AJ, what has happened here? This is the final lap of the Grand Prix. Can Footy do anything to defend it? No, he can't. So it looks like Cornish now in P1, but penalties will apply, which at the moment will put Footy in P1. Gibbo gets Cornish through the DRS. So now Gibbo is temporarily in P1. That's a penalty. Oh no, it's Gibbo the wrong way round. That is what has just happened there. Gibbo the wrong way round. Maybe just hit the curb a little bit too much. But at the moment, your on-track winner here in Spa for the 5th round of the Simcade F1 League is Cornish, but is automatically pipped to the post by Footy for Cornish's unserved time penalty. And there it is. Cornish Mantis crosses the line now in P1. Gibbo crosses the line and does not improve. Mikey gets another point in this season. The way they go, we're going to see if everyone gets a clean start. It's a good start from the Alpine there of August, so that's a great move there. Coxey is holding his own. We got off at the back, the Mercedes side by side in the background. We're going to skip through a little bit of contact in towards turn 1. That's an Alpha Tauri going sideways, collision in the back. We got a little bit further back. There's a slow exit, and that's another off. A little bit of contact there from VMF Gamer. Sorry, that was Dave into the side of Mikey. So Dave losing out. That's going to be a pit stop. Footy now down into P4. Gets all sideways. Keeps it out of the wall. He didn't hold the drift this time round. So that's unfortunate. Need to be careful of coming back onto the race line. Nearly hit the back of Mantis. So Mantis up into P4. Now Simcade up into 5th. The overtakes are coming. He's trying to get the traction to get moving again.
I mean, obviously, it's very early days still, isn't it? We've still got a long way. Oh, Footy's lost it.
Footy is
gone. It's out.
That is a dead car from Footy, and that could actually be a full safety car. Yes, it is. It's a full safety car. There he is. So look, did the safety car appear in front of Craig and take him out, or did he hit the wall there? His front left's gone. So things are going from crazier to crazier. Bold choice. Neo's gone to the Inters.
Okay.
Barenko, and we know Barenko's got some pace around here already. Corey and VMF Gamer all on the intermediate tyres. Still plenty of laps left to go. As looks like the intermediates may have been a right call for those at the back, as we see the leaders dive into the pits. Rosa jumps in, Gibbo responds, Cornish responds, but that's going to be a double stack, so Cornish is going to lose out. He is the back car at the moment. He could have backed up the pack, so Cornish is gone. TRF Dave dives into the pits, and Ninja got a great restart there. He is hot on his heels. Looking a bit further back, the top wet runners haven't got away with murder. It looks like Curator is way down at the back there. The wet runners now 2 tenths, only less than half a second apart. Rosa has closed up at the front. Something's happened up at the front. He's side by side with WS Jack. Intermediates versus wet tyres. Looks like the Inters have got a little bit more grip. They need to be careful not to make contact. Gives a little bit of a squeeze going on there. And the Cornish did get a great exit.
Sorry, VFM Gamer's out. He's just crashed.
Ooh, this is going to be quite touch and go. Sorry, at the moment, this is turn number 8 and just about hold
Safety
it.
car.
Cornish, I think just got the overtake made on AJ. Soft tyres are going on Gibbo of Barenko's car. This is a gamble. The soft tyres may or may not be able to last this long in the race. I think it's low tyre wear here. This is a very, very big gamble at the moment. On for Cornish. The mediums and soft are coming in. Look at the traction that you get from the soft compound tyres. There's absolutely nothing you can do. Go up the inside. That's a late lunge, but look how late you can brake. The intermediates are dead at this point. Gibbo now stuck behind WS Jack and Last Ninja Cow. This could hamper Rosa now, who's led the race pretty much from start to finish. Ninja gets a great exit. He's on the medium tyres. There is nothing that Jack can do there because Mikey's breaking point threw Jack off, and this is now let Corey creep in. A little bit of a bump and grind on the wheels. Jack around the outside. Jack is gone in towards turn number 8.
Oh, full safety car.
Oh, this is just this is an interesting one. Gibbo would almost have a free pit stop against Rosa. To the top 3 now, all boxing for fresh set of soft tires. There goes Rosa in the Red Bull. So something's going on. So Gibbo with an issue. No, he didn't. Well, something's happening here. I think he's just pulled a Portimao. He sped up for the safety car and then he slowed down. I think the game just told him to slow down. He's going too quick for the safety car. Had actually come into the pit lane. It's thrown a lot of the drivers off. Barenko and Rosa are going at it. So Rosa definitely wasn't caught sleeping, but Barenko holding off P2 squirrely on turn 8, and that is the move made by Rosa. Rosa now up into P2, and this could be a straightforward overtake. He's got the toe. The toe alone is enough. There's the marker. DRS enabled. He's going to go around the outside. Is he going to pull a Lance Stroll? No, he doesn't quite, but he's going for a switchback onto turn 2. That was a brave move into turn 3 now, and that is a brilliant overtake. Can he keep it together in towards turn 4? Does he get a good exit, but loses out on the DRS? Barenko is coming out side by side in towards turn number 5. Up the inside, gives him the little squeeze, but that is clean, and they are still side by side on board action here in towards turn 7. So they're both Tokyo drifting around turn 7. That is well held from both of them, and I'm sorry, but I'm going to undo the fair play move. AJ, is he going to be later on the brakes? Side by side in towards turn 1, a little bit of wheel-to-wheel contact there. In towards turn 2, doesn't quite make it happen, but gets the switchback line in towards turn 3, gives him a little bit of the squeeze. Now the switchback again. They are banging at wheels. The Mercedes and the AlphaTauri, but Barenko has the DRS. Will pull the trigger later on the brakes. Can he keep it clean? Cornish is behind. Ninja's now making a move on the Cornish Mantas. Down at the back, AJ with a brilliant switchback line going on there in towards turn number 7. He looks ahead of him. That looked like it was a little bit of contact, but it seems okay at the moment. In towards turn 8. Can they keep it straight? Yes, they can. Wow. On the power.
Fighting it out.
They are. So it looks like another dummy move, but there was a bit of contact there. And there's too much happening on track at the moment. AJ holds in front of Barenko, but look how close the gap is. Gibbo with the DRS. Rosa trying to break the toe. This is the final lap of the race. Do they have enough battery left? No, they don't. They are both harvesting. They are both in harvesting mode. Is he going to do it on the track? Rosa's across the line, takes the win on track. Gibbo now promoted up into P1, and Cornish is out of the P2 contention by 1/100th of a second. Rosa by the skin of his DRS, and lo and behold, the Ferrari of Mikey gets the final point. And wow, Mikey with the driver of the day. Mikey with the driver of the day, of course. 3 point scores, 3 point scores finishes in a row. And it's lights out and away we go here in Canada, and it looked like it was a great start by Coxey, gets a massive jump on 40, and it looks like Cornish is right behind. Can they keep it clean in turn 1? A little bit close for comfort. Looks like Cornish is on the inside. This is for the championship right here. We've got some movements and the back. Mitch up the inside of turn 1. McLaren up 2 places as AJ concedes that position. And here we are into turn 6 and 7. I was right the first time around. Look at Gibbo. He's desperate to get past him. Maybe a little bit of contact there, but it looks like he's through. He is. AJ's gone turn 4. I think it was a bit, maybe just hit too much curb on the exit. The soft tyres at the front. Oh no, there's a big mess up there from Cornish. That is a big wobble from Cornish, and that is not what he would want.
Safety car.
That is, oh yeah, that's the exact same place. So that looked like a little bit squirrely on the exit. and it's as easy to lose it on this track. So yes, you are right, Simmy. Full safety car. The soft runners will be diving into the pits. That is the right choice to do. So Gibbo now takes control of the race. He is leading as they cross the line, opens the gap 1 second on Corey. Mitch Manford on the soft tires. He isn't using a lot of battery. Looked for the move on the outside of Corey, but it doesn't quite happen, but makes it stick going through. So Mitch saving a couple of laps on them tires. Side by side now, Coxie and Mitch. Where they're going to go in towards the wall of champions. They are still side by side. Mitch can seize the position. That could have been very nasty, but you can just see the trail behind him. This is getting quite exhilarating. In towards turn 1. On board now with the Barenko. You can see the train. Corey looking for the inside of Mitch. You can see them soft tires are going a little bit of kiss on the diffuser on the back of Foy before he sneaks up. Sneaks up the inside of turn 2. Compromised Corey in towards 2. Cornish is... It's going crazy with this middle pack. Up ahead, Mitch around the outside of Barenko. No, he was defending that position very, very hard. Sideways and he's gone. That's a heavy contact there up at the front. So that's Mitch gone. And Barenko gets away with it. But the biggest loser out of that one was Mitch. And that's Corey gone. There is absolutely a chance of safety car, and I've just had a realization. Barenko getting squirrely on the exit turn 2, and that is how Cornish just slides into his DMs. No, he's coming back at him. Side by side, this is another Vettel Hamilton situation. Keeps out at the wall. A little bit of wheel banging going on there, and I was just going to say August is out.
Yep.
That looks like somewhere up in turn 1.
Car. Another one.
Another safety car.
Same spot as Mantis and AJ by the looks of it. Yeah, the same
that is exciting. And I'll tell you one thing though, Mitch has just been given pretty much, he dived into the pits at the right time. He's got a free pit stop. If he's on fresh mediums, they will go to the end of the Grand Prix from here. And he's now tucked in that slipstream, the double toe, a little bit of kick of the battery. What's going to happen when they come towards the champions? Cornish tucks him behind. He knows he's not going to be able to defend it too much. As Dave actually gets past Nitro making a move on the inside. Contact again at the back, turn 7. You can see up ahead, Gibbo making the move on Coxie. It's a straightforward overtake, DRS pass, and Gibbo will also have the DRS, and Coxie gets the 3-second time penalty. I know that much.
I don't know, I don't think it matters. Yeah.
I mean, if I was to... Whoa, we got enough while we were chatting. Cody is gone. Gibbo is going to have to stop again, and it's almost like he can hear my voice. Dives into the pits, boxes into the pits, almost a collision in the pit lane there. As Cornish probably had a bit of a 50p, 20p moment, nearly going into the back of Coxie and losing the wing. And is his wing still intact? Yes, it is. So he gets away with that one. And here come the stops. So Cornish is on the soft tires. How many pit stops have they done? Cornish is on the 2 stops. So did he run a medium soft? There's just over 10 laps left in the Grand Prix. That third second of turn 9 looks very slippy on the floor at the moment. And I think Barenko's coming a bit too early. Yeah, there he is. Barenko is out. Well, he's not out, but he's lost it in towards turn 5. Turn 7. So that was definitely the wrong choice. Going on to the intermediate. I have a funny feeling that may have been... He has. I was on board with him. He has retired the car. I think it was an incorrect tyre choice in the pits. But Gibbo and Coxie into the World Champions. Gibbo reclaims that position. And now is the time to stop for the intermediates. You can see it on the track. There goes.
But it got very loose.
There goes Spotty. Now Cornish is up at P3. This could be the tire change right here with the 5 second, well, the penalties. And also the fact that Gibbo has the he's got to get a wing change as well, unless he gets 5 seconds spin in the pit lane. He doesn't. Gibbo keeps it clean out of there, so Coxie stays out. Footy is still out. Cornish is now been reclaimed by Footy. Gibbo's in the pits. Is he going for the intermediates? Yes, he is. So Gibbo's on the intermediates, the end of the race. Look at the wall, down the wall of champions. That's one of the Hasses now diving into the pits. And is he going to stay in? Or stay out? Coxie is staying out. He wants to run these tyres to the end of the Grand Prix. Cornish is in. Foy's in. And Cornish with the 5 second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. And it's a painful thing to see. But this is racing, and that's what happens. Option tyres in the wets, into the pit lane. You've got to brake earlier.
And there's always a chance of that, particularly with the wet weather now.
Oh, he's missed it.
Oh, Clive's had another spin on the hards.
So that
Lost
was
it with the DHL wall.
So Coxey there's a disable of the DRS. That is the auto cue, but Coxey missing the entry.
Yeah. Safety car.
Oh, it was called beautifully, and this is now complete. And Clive is in the wall as well on the hard tyres. He can't get any traction. This is like Lando Norris. This is like Lando Norris all over again. The poor soul. He has to limp back to the pits. Is he letting the lap cars go through? I don't know.
I'm not sure what's going on.
No, I don't know either. But side by side, look behind him, Footy and Cornish. There's some slight confusion as to what is actually going on. As I guess they go racing. Footy has got to jump on 2 cars before they pass the start-finish line. I'm slightly baffled as to what's going on.
I have to say I'm not quite sure what went on there, because it looked like the pack wasn't allowed to catch up. Like it's so spread out.
It is. Gibbo on the other hand, sorry, it was really bizarre the restart, but Gibbo got past Cornish and now he's just got past Footy, and there's a little bit of confusion as to what is going on the track at the moment. Craig goes wide, but he is a lap down. Is Craig gonna hold his own? Yes, he does. Around the last corner they go, and Coxey takes the win over the Canadian Grand Prix. On track, Gibbo across the line to take the actual win. Footy holds it in P3, but gets knocked down by Mitch on penalties. WS Jack out nowhere into 4th, so Footy's in 5th.
Brilliant.
Cornish gets dropped down into 6th. This is an absolute reversal of what was needed to win the championship in Canada. So Mikey picks up another point for Ferrari, saying that, but the turn of events, the championship is going to roll over to Brazil, and Mitch Mountford picks up his first podium of this season, and Jack with his highest points finish in 4th place. Cornish down in 6th, and it all came down to the final few laps.
And they're off.
And they're out. Yep.
Here we go. So, we're just looking like it's going to be a full wet race, all race, and we're off to a decent start here. Doesn't seem to be any big issues, except Curator, a little bit of arch-barge at the back. Mantis,
Mantis has crashed.
There's a big crash ahead. He's out. Mantis is out already. And we've got 2 DNFs already after, well, on lap 5, basically. So, we weren't the first, Craig. We'll show you a clip. Yeah, post your clip in chat. Oh, Neo Nitro's out. Neo Nitro's out. He's crashed at the pit entry. Renko. I'll see how he does into the first corner on these. Oh, he's very slow. Corey coming out of the pits. On mediums as well. Are the drivers being told that it's dry enough when it isn't? And pretty slow out of turn 2. Renko losing another place. And Gibbo now putting the pressure on Buddy. Can he get into 2nd place? And just about slots it in nicely. Might run a little bit wide there, maybe not too bad.
Indeed.
Oh, he's lost it. Oh, he's just managed to keep it out of the wall. Miniman is on softs. I feel the drivers are not watching what tires they're looking to change to. So, Cornish getting very loose coming out of the corner, and that means that Gibbo can take 1st place, and he is back in the lead of this race. Sacrificed his exit. Oh no, Thomas spun. He'll be kicking himself, and Dave and Jack gets past him. Footy's in the pits. What's he changing to? He's gone on to slicks. Footy is on slicks. Now, is this another glitch, or is this meant? Does he think? Oh, he's nearly crashed into the wall, so maybe not. But let's see how he is into the first corner. He's gone straight on. This is not for slicks, so is off, yeah. So I'm guessing he's got a dry track when it's wet. And
Man, that's not good.
yeah, he's back into the pits. Using ERS. Yes, he's got plenty of battery. So does Mitch. They're both draining their batteries. Jack down the inside. Mitch gives him plenty of room. Mitch has gone off the track.
Oh, yeah.
It's, see the stricken car of TRF Dave on the left hand side as we go past.
Gibbo wins. Gibbo wins the race.
Oh, Gibbo's won the race. We forgot about it though. There was so much going on. Gibbo wins. Cornish in third. AJ in. Oh, Cornish second. AJ in third. Jack is going to be very happy with fourth place.
Go on, Jack.
In the Alpine. Mitch, we're holding on to fifth place if he can get it up the hill, which he should do. So Jack in fourth, Mitch in fifth. No, Mitch in fourth. Jack got a penalty.
Oh, no way.
So Jack gets moved down into fifth place. Tom.
Oh.
In.
He must have got a penalty in the last lap or something.
He must have.
It's lights out and away they go here in Jeddah. It was a great start by Mantis up at the front. It's going to be nice and clean in towards turn one. Round the outside corner, trying to go around Gibbo. They touch and they just about escaped through that one. No harm done, no foul. As you said, Nitro just about gets away with it. That's a big hit. That's a touch between the Alpine and the Mercedes. Ninja is looking to make a move. They are almost three abreast going down to the start finish line. Well, who is going to end up on top? They are all going the same speed. There's nothing they can do. Cloud tucks in behind the Red Bull. Ninja going around the outside, not the inside. The switchback line is there, and it looks like Tom is going to hold the line. Gets a bit of a bad exit there, but the Ferrari is now catching up. This is an intense fight going on with the positions that they are in. Gibbo will bring the championship fight over to the Yas Marina circuit in Abu Dhabi now, side by side. Turn 27, the final corner. He ekes ahead. Who's going to pick up the DRS? And I think Gibbo might have just had it. Yes, he has. So Gibbo, tactically, a slight lift, I think it was, gets the DRS down the straight, and you can just see how much he's pulling away. Looks like the positions have now swapped over again.
Cornish.
Oh, that was a big hit.
Cornish and come together.
That has got to be a VSC at least. We'll have to wait and see. Mantis is out of the session.
Mantis.
I couldn't see where Mantis was on the track. We could see where Footy was. Is that a VSC? He's trying to turn around. There is a lot of debris on the track. Oh yes, I can see where he went off. Mantis in the pit lane.
Yeah.
I've just seen Footy come in, and there is just a tyre chilling its beans on the right hand side of the pits. So Cornish is looking to make a move. He goes around the outside of turn 27, gets ahead, but this means that it's going to be the old switcheroo. Gibbo will pick up the DRS. There's the detection point right there, and there's the activation point. The wing flies open. It does not. They're both coming into the pits. So they both decide 5 seconds speed in the pit lane for Gibbo.
Oh.
We have a yellow flag. Safety car's out. August is out of the race.
Oh.
August is out of the race, out of nowhere. Something happened. I'm trying to find someone. I think it's Dave who's coming up near him now. Yes, there he is. So Dave getting past him. That was the chicanes of 9 and 10. Cornish is not messing around. Cornish is gone. And it looked like Gibbo was caught sleeping. For a moment, he only wiggled his tyres twice going into turn 27. Who knows what's going to happen here, but we're going to keep an eye on this because this is really interesting. It is absolute chaos. I'm trying to find the saliva in my mouth to do this. Tom is the one who gets away, gets a clean. There's no DRS for at least 2 more laps of this Grand Prix. So it is the benefit of the toe. There is now 3 wide in towards turn 1. Is it going to be a move? And Summerside comes out. There's a big hit. That was a big hit of Tom into the side of the AlphaTauri of AJ. Footy is hot on the heels. The miniman looks him in. Does a dummy on. That was a great dummy there on towards Miniman. And it goes around the outside. He's now in the 3rd sector of the of the track, so it's about turn 23, 24, but that was a brave dummy to move. Craig can hold his own here, gets a little bit of contact over the side, and he's just squeezing them into the wall. So Craig on his teammate, that's not what he wanted, and that was the Red Bulls contact, that's out, surely. As they round the final corner, Cornish is currently ahead. Gibbo with a kick of the rear, the squirrel is there, and as they come across the line, and there you have it, Cornish takes the win in Jeddah with Gibbo in P2, and that is the championship. They hold, they wait, and it's lights out and away they go for the final race in the Simcade season. Abu Dhabi. Cornish gets away beautifully up at the start. Can everyone keep it clean? In towards turn 1. Cornish keeps it ahead. Is he going to make the move done on the inside of the final corner? It looks like he may be able to. Is Gibbo going to get another spot? Yes, he does. The soft side, bear drive. Gibbo now up into 9th place. Watch Footy make the move. AJ will be draining his battery. Tries to go for the dummy. Goes for the move on the inside, turn 8. Later on the brakes. Gives in the squeeze. And that's Footy contact with AJ. It was another Hamilton-Vettel. Not Hamilton-Verstappen situation. I can't breathe, Ninja. It looks borderline, maybe undrivable. A lot of understeer, a lot of oversteer, and that's a slingshot. Oh, a little bit of contact there. AJ is fending off Cornish like an absolute demon, and this is letting Footy catch up, and then Cornish has to go either attack or defend. AJ is off. AJ is off. He lost it into turn number 3, and that was a big hit. That was a huge hit. It looks like he's leaving it very late. Has he gone? Oh, Cornish almost hit in the back of him. It caught him off guard, but that is him gone. Footy is out. Well, he's not out of the race, but he's out away from Cornish, and get the tyres hot enough. Mantis runs around. Gibbo sneaks up the inside. So an issue there for Mantis, maybe. You got Mitch. Is he looking to make a move on the inside? No, he thinks, or the outside, should I say. He thinks better of it. Looking on the brakes, but he is on fresh set of soft tires. Up the inside. Nearly. Oh, Gibbo's off. Gibbo's around the wrong way. Looks like Mitch has drained his battery, and the DRS is activated. Up the inside, Jack goes, that's very deep. That is very, very deep. Jack is going to have to give that position back and re-attack once again, but now lose out to Tom, and now also to King Wolf. King Wolf up to 6th place, over the inside, out of nowhere, Neo Nitro. So Jack, in the space of 1 corner, losing out on 3 places, going a little bit too deep. Footy side by side with Tom. Is he going to make the move clean? They both have DRS. It is all about the downforce. He gets a little bit of a toe from Jack. 3 wide, going in towards turn number 11. That was, but Footy squeezing through. The camera angle changed to something absolutely terrible then, Ninja. I do apologise. As it looks like Red Bulls are deep on the brakes, but Cornish manages to make it stick. That was a very, very daring attempt, and it looked like Tom had to lift and coast going around that corner. He gets a better run out of turn 7. The DRS is open, the wing at the back. 13 extra kilometers an hour down the straight, side by side. Mitch thinking to hold with him. Is he going to make a comeback move on the inside or a switchback line? We'll go with Mitch for a moment. No, he doesn't, but we need to be careful. Jack is closing down behind him in that Alpine. So I don't know if you're seeing the same thing, but King Wolf's got no helmet on his.
Yeah, that's very strange.
Yeah, he's got nothing he can do. Is he using his? He's not using his ERS. There's the move made, and Footy now gains the lead of the Grand Prix, but this is now left Tom open to Mantis. Tom going defensive around the outside. Mediums versus soft. Deep on the brakes around the outside, wheel-to-wheel contact going on there. This is the last thing that they want, and it looks like still side by side on the exit. Mantis is off. Mantis is Tokyo drifting off the track. He needs to be careful he doesn't actually get a penalty, and that is racing in Abu Dhabi.
Goes Jack on Mitch and gets the overtake made. That was pretty straightforward under DRS. Mitch gets a 3-second time penalty for that.
Mitch around the outside of the Alpine, and it looks like he's done it. Kept that very clean going through that chicane. Fair play and touche. Was the winner of the final race of the season here in Abu Dhabi for the Simcade F1 League. It's your man, it's Footy. He holds on to P3 in the Drivers' Championship as we have Cornish now rounding the final corner. He is already a champion, and there he is across the line in P2. August holds on to P3. Only just 6 seconds of penalties to his name. Is he just going to beat Gibbo? He crosses the line, but Gibbo now rounding the final corner. It's going to come down to the wire. Gibbo has been pushing. That gap has closed down. Is it going to be enough? No, it's not. So Gibbo holds on to fourth. So the Alpine beats the Williams. Mitch Mountford in fifth position. He also has penalties. He's held off Jack frantically for the last few laps. And the position stays. So Mitch holds on to P5 with Jack in P6 for Alpine. Mantis, unfortunate with that spin, did get the position from Tom to round himself in 7th and 8th. But now we have Cloud, King Wolf, Neo Nitro and Mikey to finish crossing the line.